Hello everyone and welcome. I'm Rick Davis, the Dean of the College of Visual and Performing Arts at George Mason University. I'd like to thank you for tuning in with us for this sneak preview of what's ahead in the Center for the Arts for the spring of 2021 and beyond. But before we do that, I'd like to thank some of our sponsors who have made it possible for us to continue our good work this season, albeit in different forms. We'd like to thank the Mather, the Seeley Foundation, the City of Fairfax Commission on the Arts, and the Mid-Atlantic Arts Foundation for their sponsorships. And of course, I want to thank all of you, all of the friends of the Center for the Arts, who have made it possible for us to continue to do our work this season. We lost almost all of our ticket revenue, almost all of our rental revenue when the pandemic hit. And besides being, of course, part of a great partnership with George Mason University and the Commonwealth of Virginia, which has made it possible for us to keep the lights on, your support has made it possible for us to continue our programming and to continue the work that we're doing on behalf of our community and our students. For example, as early as April 2nd of last year, just a couple of weeks after the pandemic closed down almost every venue in the country, we were able to launch Mason Arts at Home, which has presented more than 100 programs since then and has been viewed more than 250,000 times. We kept a large percentage of our staff working, doing meaningful work on artistic programming, on facilities, on educational programs during this time when a lot of our colleagues around the country have had to make very difficult personnel decisions. And we were able to continue meaningful digital artist residencies that impact Mason students and community members of all ages. And of course, supporting the artists themselves. So this partnership of George Mason and our wonderful sponsors and your support have made it possible for us to do something different, but very important during these pandemic times. And perhaps most excitingly, we know that the end is in sight. We don't know exactly when, and we don't know exactly what form that takes. And we know it's not a light switch. But we know that thanks to you, and on your behalf, we will be ready when that time comes. So, again, thanks for being with us through all of that. Speaking of which, if you haven't yet renewed your membership to the Friends of the Center for the Arts, let me ask that you consider doing that right now, during this program. For those of you who are new to our organization, membership begins at just $100 per household. So that means for a commitment of just about $9 a month, you can make a difference in the arts in our community. We continue to prioritize as our number one priority the health of our audience, our students, our staff, and our artists. And we plan to invite you back just as soon as we possibly can to resume the engagement of live performance that we all miss so much. But to give you a glimpse of what's on the horizon and maybe just over, it's now my pleasure to introduce our wonderful Director of Programming, Adrienne Bryant-Godwin. Adrienne?
Hello, everyone. It's nice to be greeting you in this new year. And it goes without saying that the shape and content of our spring 2021 programming has changed more times than I can count over the past few months. But it is my pleasure to share with you our plan for the spring, which I hope allows us to continue offering you inspiring artistic experiences while we monitor the ongoing public health situation. Over the next few months, we will be focused primarily on digital programming that you can watch from the safety of your own home. But as we look to later in the spring, we are hoping to bring back the Mason Pond Lawn venue outside of the Center for the Arts. Our digital programming platform, Mason Arts at Home, will be returning in full force this spring, including a wide variety of performances, lectures, screenings, talks, featuring some of the world's leading professional artists, as well as our talented students and alumni from the College of Visual and Performing Arts. At the heart of our Mason Arts at Home programming are 5 digital performances featuring music and dance artists that in a normal season you would see performing as part of our Great Performances at Mason series. With these performances, you'll be able to travel the world to see chamber music performed in London's famous St. Martin in the Fields Church, or experience Afro-Colombian dance and music from Medellin, Colombia. You'll even be able to skip the traffic on 66 to catch 4 stellar performances that have either been recorded or will be live streamed from our very beautiful Merchant Hall at our sister venue, the Hilton Performing Arts Center. So take a look at what you'll be able to see this spring. Our goal with this lineup was to offer a little something for everyone, despite the current logistical restraints. Some of the artists might be familiar to our longtime patrons. The Academy of St. Martin in the Fields and Jeffrey Siegel have graced our stage numerous times. But I hope you will take this opportunity to try out some artists that might be new to you, such as Sankofa Dance Afro, a company featuring Afro-Colombian dancing and drumming fused with contemporary dance. Or the Grammy Award-winning Rinky Tanky, a Charleston-based music group who blend jazz and soul with traditional music of the Gullah culture from America's Low Country. And I am particularly excited about our live stream of Broadway Princess Party, featuring 4 of Broadway's leading Disney princesses. Access passes for these digital performances are priced between $15 and $45, and we are continuing our Pay What You Wish model this spring. Tickets are currently on sale, so you can go to our website to purchase your access passes now. Or if you'd like to speak with a member of our ticket office team, you can reach them starting tomorrow at 10 a.m. at 703-993-2787 or via email at cfatix@gmu.edu. Their normal business hours are Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Tickets for the remaining digital performances will go on sale later this spring. And for those events that will be live streamed from the Hilton, we are considering allowing small socially distanced audiences in person, but we need to wait until closer to the performance date to assess the safety of this option. So stay tuned for updates on that. We are also excited to announce additional digital artists and conversation events open to friends at the $150 level and higher, as well as subscribers from the 2019-2020 season. At these private events, which are held on Zoom webinar, guests have the opportunity to interact directly with our artists and hear moderated conversations led by our wonderful faculty. For more information about making or increasing your gift, please visit our website, fcfa.gmu.edu. In addition to viewing our paid performances, Mason Arts at Home includes a rich calendar of programming that you can access for free. Our incredible student artists will be very busy this spring. You can catch students from the School of Theater in staged readings, a cabaret performance, or special productions created for the digital stage. You'll also have 2 opportunities to see School of Dance performances, and you can always count on the busy Dewberry School of Music to present a diverse mix of jazz, opera, classical programming, and more. You'll also have the opportunity to see our world-class faculty presenting recitals and small chamber works as part of the new Dewberry Artist Series. Additional series include Visual Voices, sponsored by the School of Art, which invites nationally recognized visiting artists and designers to speak about their work and the world of art and design. And the Artist Activists, Centering Black Voices series will continue this semester, after a great first 2 events, which engage the community in dialogue around creative practice, activism, and racism. And finally, don't miss our popular series, Alumni Cocktails and Conversations, which features our talented alumni in conversation with our fearless leader, Dean Rick Davis. When the weather gets nicer outside in April and we're all itching to get out of our houses, we hope you'll join us on Mason Pond Lawn for some socially distanced performances. Details on these events, including exact programming and ticket prices, will be announced in the coming weeks, and tickets will go on sale after that. Over the past 10 months, we have learned so much as a team here at the College of Visual and Performing Arts. The value of patience, the importance of flexibility, and most of all, the necessity of the arts to keep our spirits lifted in these trying times. Our spring season will undoubtedly continue to shift as the weeks go on, but I sincerely hope that something that we're offering speaks to you, inspires you, and maybe even brings a smile to your face. Thank you for sticking with us this year, and I look forward to seeing your smiling faces very soon.